one, keeping it locked inside. Every midnight it burns a little higher. How long can a dream survive? One line, that's all it takes. One breath and the silence breaks. I gave it a name and I watched it wake. Tonight I come alive, alive. Watch my idea ignite, ignite. I've been waiting for my whole life. I'm sipping.
Okay, I have 101. Let's give it about 30 more seconds and then we'll get started.
Midnight's mine and I'm done decided. I've been waiting for my whole life. I'm sipping it tonight. They said, slow down, said it's not the season. Said ideas like mine need 100 reasons. But I found a door and I walked right through it. Turns out all along I knew how to do it. One line, that's all it takes. One breath and the silence breaks. I gave it a name and I watched it wake. Tonight I come alive, alive. Watch my idea ignite, ignite. I've been waiting for my whole life. I'm sipping it tonight. No more someday, no more hiding. Midnight's mine and I'm done decided. I've been waiting for my whole life. I'm sipping it tonight to every dream.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for being here. Jess, can you confirm you can hear me? You can see my screen? All good to go? Perfect. Well, hey, thanks everyone for being here. If we have not met yet, I'm Hannah Siegerts, and I help literally anyone you can think of ship with AI. That's what I do, and that's what we are here to do today as well. I'm going to walk you through kind of Midnight Sprint, what I've built for so many founders, and I'm excited to share kind of like the journey and how I got here as well. So before we kick into things, let me see. I see we have, okay, perfect. We have everyone joined here. Thanks everyone for being here. So real quick, when I started out Midnight Sprint, I built it after bedtime, after my kids were in bed, because I had told myself, hey, I'm going to start with a event for women in the Seattle area. And I want to help women just get their idea into an MVP product. And what happened was I, threw it up there on Luma and I said, oh, maybe I might get what? 5, 10 people. Great. And I didn't know how much of a need this was, but to my surprise, I had 85 people sign up. We had over 50 plus builders. And I knew going into it, if I was going to help everyone build with maybe Lovable or Replit or Bolt, I need to make sure that they need to have a way that they could scale their build and accelerate it 10x rather than using 100 credits that Lovable gives you in that one session. So I built Midnight Sprint, and when I built it out, obviously it didn't look anything like this. It was pink and blue and girly, and it was just super fun and had that whole girly vibe to it, right? Because it was the community that I have is called She Ship SaaS, and we're all about making things fun and exciting, which is why you probably heard the music in the beginning too, because I don't like boring events. So at our events, we have an actual live DJ. We have awesome food. We have giveaways. We do a lot of fun things where I really want to make vibe coding just a fun environment for anyone who's joining. So, getting into this real quick, because I want to actually show you the whole build and what Midnight Sprint can do to help you accelerate your builds. And while it's cooking up, then we can chat and do more stuff, right? So I'm going to kick off real quick. This is Midnight Sprint. So you can see here I'm a founder. I want funding. I'm building a brand and I lead a product, right? Just a heads up, I have a fifth pillar coming in that says I need social content. So that's coming in as well. And why I built this out initially, I only had this section of it. I'm a founder. I have an idea. I need an idea. But the more I worked with founders, I realized they really need an ecosystem. I needed an ecosystem, not just them, right? And so I knew that through my whole journey of launching Midnight Sprint, I needed to figure out how I could go through each of these windows, which is why now the fifth one with social content comes up. But for this build, I'm actually going to need a volunteer. Does someone want to build this out with me? We're going to do, I need an idea, but I need a volunteer. Come on, don't be shy. It's going to be fun. Trust me. It's going to be fun.
Don't be shy, and it can't be me because that's cheating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, Sabrina, Jessica, Kimberly, anyone.
Beth?
Yes, I will go. I was like putting me. I'm like, I'll try. What are we doing?
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna do, I need an idea. Of course, if you have an idea, you go in and you can, go down that path. Meaning, if I click that, you can say, for example, right? I want to build an app for moms who have just way too much on their plate. And I use Whisperflow for everything, so excuse me. But basically, I could go in and actually prompt it to do that. But this time, for this build, we are going to go with, I need an idea. Okay, just because it's faster and it's a faster flow. Okay, Bet, can you tell me what do you want to build with these three components? So basically, you can say like, okay, I want productivity, fitness, wellness, whatever. You can choose up to 3.
Oh, definitely productivity.
Okay.
Let me see. Can I enlarge my screen? Yeah, I can. I like side hustles too, because now you're letting me pick. And I definitely want to talk about some finance or money for fundraising.
There we go. Okay, next. Now it's cooking up some ideas, and this is actually going to give you a working title. Okay, this is not actually your product. So it's saying Sidekick Spend Tracker, Hustle Harmony Hub, or Coin Quest Companion. Which one do you want to go with, Beth?
Oh, I like anything that gamifies. So you got me right over to idea 3.
Idea
Quest.
3. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, let's see what happens there.
Okay, this is actually pre-filling your content. So CoinQuest Companion, a whimsical tool that gamifies saving for specific financial goal, If you wanted to go and add more things, you can always go and add more things, right? But just for this demo, we'll just keep going. Next one. Who is it for? People who care about productivity, side hustles, finance, and money. Of course, you can add more stuff if needed. Must have features. Now think about this. If I was someone coming in, I'm like, okay, what features do I need to have? This. Sometimes we don't even know, but this is giving you a starting point, right? It's giving you onboarding, core workshop, saved items, all that. Next. Now, this is my favorite. I mean, who doesn't like Pinterest, right? Come on. So you can generate like your own here. You can say, just generate it for me. Or you can go down here and you can choose like, okay, I want minimal and calm, playful and bold. What do you want, Beth? What do you want to go with?
I like kind of calm, but more in the pastel calm.
Like
so
this
I'm
one?
going right. That's exactly where I was going to. Yeah, I like that one.
Perfect. And now tell me what your tone is for your product.
Playful, because it's for me, the user. I want to go playful, and
this one.
Yeah, because it's the individual user like me is gonna gamify it.
And now look what it's doing. It's giving you a whole brand direction. It's selected your typography based off of what you have done. And now it's giving you a product name. So what?
And you can switch the typography too. That's nice. Like down there.
Yeah, you can totally.
Okay, love that.
Yep. Okay, so tell me which one you want to go with. Pouch Up, Zenith Save, and Glimmer Up. And now the cool thing, Beth, which one?
Glimmer.
Okay, so now the cool thing, do you see this right here? It says .ai, .com, .io, right? So it's actually searching and telling you which ones are available, because we sometimes come up with product names and it's like, oh, now I go to buy the domain. Shoot, I got to come up with a new name, right?
Oh my gosh, it's so brilliant.
So then we're going to go up and now we're actually going to cook the whole thing. And this takes time because it's really doing a deep dive on your branding, your positioning, your look and feel, everything. That think about how much time and effort you actually spend in Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, coming up with all this stuff when you're trying to go and build. And then you're using credits everywhere, right? And so that's what it's kind of doing right here. What are your thoughts so far as we're going through this?
I'm loving the ease of it as you're asking, because this is how I make decisions. Really? Boom, boom, boom. So I like that. And I like, though, that like a lot of AI systems, unless you know what to say for typography, right? Like it's just going to give you that card soup insta. So I like how you also give that visual. Like for me, I find, because I'm still navigating UI, UX,
Yep.
getting, still familiar. So I really like that.
And then this piece is, now think about it. You have an idea. How do you know if it's even a good validated idea? Sometimes we go off and build things that's like, oh, somebody else already has it, or I shouldn't have actually built that. So this is giving you, going through an actual validation brief, assessing everything that there is online to give you a validation score. And this takes a little bit of time because it's scraping through Firecrawl and different sources that I have there. And so it'll come out with an actual validation brief for you. Sometimes people actually, even though it gives you a low score, they're like, I still want to build it, whether you give me a good score or not. And some people get the reassurance like, oh my gosh, it's above a 50. I should probably think about going for it, because there's so many different variables. Okay, here, 42 out of 100. And this is showing, okay, the problem sharpness, paying market exists, execution, competitive landscape, and then distribution, right? Then you can see, because it was below a 50, it's giving you 3 options that are probably a better option for you to go and actually build versus the one that you picked, right? But for this case, we're just going to continue going, and it's saying, what the model found, competitors, that the model considered, things like that. And then we're going to go to brand. This is the fun piece, and I'm going fast because I want to actually show you how to build the product. Okay, so Glimmer Up. It
You
gives
built
you your
all
actual...
this?
Yes. But
Hannah, there was a question in the chat. Did you build this on Lovable, or where did you build this?
Heck yes, Lovable all the way. Yep.
Yes.
And
brilliant.
and anyone,
Okay, I'll be
who
quiet.
tells someone that you cannot build a production ready app on Lovable, they are not telling you the truth. Trust me, I'm in production. I have paying users and over 100 users currently using this platform. You can go all the way with Lovable. Trust me, you can. I've done it. Okay, so here's the domain check. We already did that. It gives you your whole tagline, description, all that stuff, right? All that you have to come up with. Then, oh my gosh, wait for it.
Oh,
now I
stop
need to
it, the Fagacon and all.
Yep. Now I need to go and, oh my gosh, hire a designer to create a logo for me. Because, okay, Beth, which one do you want to go with?
To be honest, none of them, but we'll go for the middle one.
Okay, middle one. We can, hey, if you don't like it,
Yeah.
we can regenerate it, Beth.
Okay.
Here we go. We're gonna we'll regenerate one time because I want to actually show you the full build.
But wow. This
Okay,
is like almost
which one do you want to go with?
shop.
First,
Okay,
second, third.
we'll go with the first one.
Okay, there we go. Now, guess what? In Lovable, right, it always says, oh, now you have to upload a favicon. I mean, who knows what the heck a favicon is? I didn't know that like 2 years ago. So now you actually get your favicon and you get your whole brand voice and everything, and you get a social image to go with it, all that, right?
Yeah.
And you get your brand voice copy, all that. Now we're going to go to build. Now, hey, I have to write my whole prompt in so many different ways. This is actually giving you a whole entire build prompt. Okay, so there's a whole build prompt right here. It tells you where you can go and build it out. Then
Hannah?
you have your launch copy. Yes.
Really quickly, can you just X out of your little school window that's on covering your screen? I think it's blocking. Yeah, perfect.
There we go. Is that better?
Thank you.
Okay, and now I can't see you guys and I can't mute and stuff. So just FYI, okay?
We can still see your face and your slide deck.
Okay, perfect. And so now launch copy right here, you can see your launch copy, level up your savings game, all that stuff that you'd have to come up with yourself. Your next 3 prompts to build it out. Your grow. This is one of my favorite things. Once you build a product, how do you actually take it and scale it and actually go to market? This is giving your whole positioning, right? Who is your target audience? It gives you your messaging. It gives you literally jobs to be done, all that stuff you can think of. It gives you your pitches, right? Think about if someone's asking you what your product is. Sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, let me explain it. And it goes into like 5-10 minutes of explaining it. This way you get the person in 30 seconds and you already have your, prepared hook on how you get them to understand your product. Then pricing and launch. Of course, I am not a pricing expert, so I have the disclaimer there, but this is a good start, right? Say you're testing it out in the market. Then you have your pick your channel mix, like your ICPs, product hunt, all this stuff that you would do, LinkedIn launch post, all that stuff. Then you can regenerate if you don't like it, refine with feedback, and then you go to your go to market plan. You have your audience, your message, your reasoning, launch, ship, literally gives you everything. For sake of time, I won't go through every single thing. But then here we go. You get your AEO SEO plan, because just because you build a product doesn't mean that you are going to get found. So how do you get found, right? So this is a whole strategy that I built out for everyone to actually go and get found and go to market with your product. This is my favorite piece. Look what just popped up. You can actually share what you are building. And hey, I build in public, I ship in public. So this kind of my jam. You can go to LinkedIn, and a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to share what I am building. What if somebody steals my idea? My opinion on that is they don't know the ins and outs of what you're building. Just because you show a title or a product name doesn't mean they know everything that you're building, right? So it's awesome to like get it going with what you're building. Next piece. Here we go. Export. This is the best thing ever. So basically, you can share on social, but download the PDF is what I'm doing right now, and download the zip file. You can download MD if you want as well. But now, guess where we're going? We are going into Lovable. I'm going to go here. Literally upload. So you have a new, fresh Lovable page, right? Going in here, file, downloads. We called it Glimmer Up, right, Beth?
Yes.
Okay, open. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna use Whisperflow. I have given you all the requirements and documentation about my product. Use the zip files and the PDF to use the same branding guidelines and build out my whole product. I want to demo it, so do not create any authentication for it because I want to demo it with everyone. So build out all the features and build out the whole product so that I can review it and showcase it. Okay, it's building it out. Now it's building your whole entire product without going back and forth planning with any tools. It's actually going to save you so much money and time. The reason is when you go back and forth with AI, it's using up your tokens, it's using up your time. This way, you're giving a pack that's already pre-done and ready with your messaging, voice, tone, branding, look and feel, all that, right? And your actual PRD. So it's 10xing your build in ways that I can't even explain. My first event, I had 28 people ship in 2 hours. That was the first one with the pink and blue and the girly stuff. Then once I got serious into building it, my last event, which was 2 weeks ago, 48 people shipped in 1.5 hours. And it's incredible to see how everyone gets so excited with everything that they are building and the possibility of what they can build, because hey, an idea could be $1 billion idea. You don't know until you try, right? So this is what has been exciting me. It's been something that people, the moment they go in and start using this, it's like, how did this not exist before? And to be honest, I wish this existed when I was initially building Midnight Sprint, because it would have saved me so much money, time, effort, all of that stuff. But I'm going to pause right there while this is building out and open it up for questions, because this will take maybe 1, 2, 3 minutes. Let's see how long it takes, but I'm open to questions right now.
I think, Hannah, it's brilliant. The whole thing is just brilliant. Like, did you really just one up Lovable with Lovable? That's great. Mic drop. One of kind of, like the one of the biggest pieces of this application is that you are using less credits, so there are less environmental implications. I know that's a big concern for a lot of women. I mean, anybody using AI, but specifically with the female community, it seems more heightened awareness around the environmental impacts. So something like this, really cutting down on the amount of credits you're using, for your wallet, but also for our Earth.
And employers are looking. Employers for women still in the workforce that way. Some employers are looking and probably scrutinizing women, our users in general for how they're using. So I think educating people, like being aware of tokenization and where that leads us is so important for the literacy. Yeah, this is
I love that you said that, because watch this. What do you have in your dashboard? Your own dashboard talks about your own AI footprint. How many water bottles have you saved? How
I
many
love
phone chargers?
that.
How
But
many miles have you
Love
not driven?
that's amazing. There's a question in the chat too for you, Hannah. What if we think the product is more complicated? This is from Sonal. What if we think the product is more complicated and needs more layers or more info?
Mm.
Or it's
Yeah,
going to be,
that,
is it going to be a while for a final iteration?
that is my favorite question, because the lovable Claude MCP has changed my life and changed the game. That is how I build now, because Claude is incredible at information architecture, right? And Lovable is incredible at UI, UX, and setting up the platform so you have a one stop shop. Both of those together, tied with Midnight Sprint, literally 10x's um, 10x's your build in ways that you can't imagine. Because think about, if you don't have all the technical knowledge, how are you going to come up with the information architecture without actually going to someone to help you, right? And I'm gonna sorry, go ahead. Did someone have a question?
Oh no, I was just
No.
sorry.
Okay.
Larissa's
no, you're fine.
question. I was like, that's a great question.
Yeah, and so what I do is I go into the Claude Lovable MCP. So I go into Claude and I literally hook that up and I say, I want to build da da da. Okay, right? And then I say, look at my Midnight Sprint PDF zip file. I actually upload that into Claude also, so that it has that context for planning purposes. Then I go and upload everything into Lovable as well, so that it has like the UX, UI, and the color, look, and feel, and stuff like that. But then I plan everything in Claude and say, give me my information architecture. And I say, give it to me in a visual way so that I can see. So then it builds out like actual boxes and shows you, how the auth flow works and this and that. You pay people so much money to come up with information architecture when Claude can do that for you, right? As long as you are using it the right way, and as long as you are giving it the right instructions. You can't be vague. If you're going to be vague, you should probably hire someone, because you would be wasting your time. You got to give it as much context as possible, right? Which is why I built Midnight Sprint, because it does all takes kind of that guessing work out. What do you need to go and actually build a product, right? So now I hope that answered your question with the Claude Lovable MCP and how that can help you with the more complex planning projects before you get into Lovable. Any other questions, thoughts? This is cooking up. It's probably going to build out a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Hey, Larissa, do you have a question? Oh, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Fantastic. So I have already built an app. Can we skip the part where it's asking to for ideas, examples, and where we can submit the app, and it will just analyze the market, compare with other apps, and just give us feedback?
Yep. So take a look at this. That's why I built iLead a Product.
Oh.
You go into iLead a Product and you actually analyze your whole product. So you analyze your if it's a first time founder product, or if it's a mature product, you go and put your role in there, what the goal is, and then anything you should know, and it will actually do a product teardown, tell you what's working, what's not working, give you like the whole gist of it, right? And then I'll take you one more step into that. Now you're like, okay, I know that. Now I need to figure out my go to market. Well, I'm building a brand. Let me go there. Take me to my brand to market, right? So you're basically trying to figure out how to get it into market. Are you launching, or are you refreshing an existing, right? And then one more piece to that, you're building a brand. You want LinkedIn growth, because LinkedIn is the number 2 place that LLMs are pulling from today, right? So you need to start getting on LinkedIn if you want to be found in the future. Trust me, you got to get on LinkedIn if that's the case. Then next thing is, now I want funding, right? You go in, you actually put your product name, product URL, and what stage you're in. It'll literally give you your pitch deck that you go and build out. It's crazy how much stuff we can do today with just inputting information from our URL and links, because it's fire crawling and finding everything possible. Now, for sake of time, let me go in here. Oh my goodness. What do we have? From one upload, this is a one-shot build. One-shot build. And look at all this stuff. So it's saying level up your savings game, right? Bet that's what you wanted to do. It gives you the same look and feel. It gives you the logo. You can of course prompt it to be like, take the white space out and all that. You can do all that stuff. It's like, open the demo. You can go into the demo. There you go. Right? So everything that you kind of prompted it to build, it built the whole thing out. You have a new quest, you put that, all that stuff. What do you think? What do you guys think? Isn't this crazy?
Like mic drop.
Brilliant.
I mean, it's just stunning. I can't believe it. And then Sonal's asking, so Hannah, you built a tool, Midnight Sprint, with Lovable or Claude or both. So are you using MCP connectors with Claude for your AI engine, or how are those connectors working with your Lovable build?
So I need to get clarification on that question. Do you mean how did I build Midnight Sprint through like how is the backend of Midnight Sprint build, or how did I build Midnight Sprint?
So the question, question says, okay, what are we looking at, Hannah? You built a tool, Midnight Sprint, with Lovable or Claude or both?
Oh, so with Lovable. So with Lovable and the Claude MCP, both of those. Yep.
Perfect. And I will, as these questions kind of trickle, I'll drop them in the chat as well, so you can go back and answer them later.
This is great for entry level too. Like, honestly, I'm thinking about all the things that I've had to learn along the way, and if you really don't know, it's hard. And I still don't know some things. So to go in and know somebody that's right, like I've got 150 builds under me, or because that means you're getting those lessons kind of like baked in a little bit, which is kind of nice too. I've had so many mistakes like on this journey, that you learn from that I don't know. So this is just so well done. Where do we get this? What is going on?
So you can check it out at midnightsprint.com. Easy as that. Just midnightsprint.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Happy to answer questions. I'm always in the DMs in LinkedIn, because that's kind of like my second home right now. But seriously, if you are thinking of building a product, I will highly recommend like really understanding how big. Oh, you know what? The best thing, Jessica, you're going to go crazy. Look at this. Look at that. You built the product in how many credits? Isn't that crazy? Like, the reason why is because normally you're going back and forth and wasting credits. This way you're bringing in a product that has already thought about all the reasoning. And think about let's say you build on Midnight Sprint and it's $15 for a pack. I mean, $15 plus 6.9 credits to build an actual MVP. Isn't that nuts? So that's just the power of what we can do today. And if I can build Midnight Sprint, think about what you can build. And in a matter of like an hour or 2 hours or over a weekend, right? I'm really going to challenge everyone to think about it, because just because we have AI tools out there doesn't mean we don't challenge ourselves even more. Now that we have this as a surface, how do you 10x that even more? How do you come up with tools that are going to help people even more? And one thing I always think about is, even when I built Midnight Sprint, when you think about the impact that you're making on people's lives, everything else falls into place. Like, how do you actually make a difference? And when you're thinking about, oh, I need to build a product, how do I come up with it? Build a product for the room that you are in today, because you know that room better than most people. So think about that as you're building. But I know we are almost at time. We have a minute to go, and I'm so glad we built this out in a matter of minutes. But
this is so incredible, Hannah. And I think it really speaks to what can be done with the tools that we have access to now, right? Even a couple of years ago, we wouldn't have been able to build this and iterate it out. And, this whole new world of these AI tools and these no code platforms that we have access to, it just opens up a whole new world of the ideas that we as women have kind of been gatekept from bringing out. And it's just such an incredible and exciting time to be in. And what a fantastic product. Cheers to you.
Yeah, we could gift this to other women, right? Like, coming in that don't know, if you have a friend or somebody, why couldn't you buy them this sprint?
That's an amazing
idea,
Beth. That's an amazing idea that I never thought of. So thank you for that.
Like, my daughter, or go for it. Because honestly, I would love to be able to say to people that I care about who are like, I don't AI, like, okay, but check this out. Like I can, what was it? $15 or
$15. Yep.
Thank you. Like for making it, you know what I mean? Like honestly, you do that, I'll be the first one to gift it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Come
Thanks
back
for
to
that
me,
feedback. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing though. The more people use it, they're like, I've been seeing more people who come in for the 15 just come with the other sprints too. But hey, I want to be thoughtful on time. Jessica, thank you for having me. Everyone here, thank you for having me. You can find me on LinkedIn, message me there, midnightsprint.com. If you have any questions, let me know. But go build the thing because I'm so excited to see everything you guys are gonna do in the future.
Yes, queen.
Thank you.
Well
In the
done.
dark,
Well done.
you only need a spark. One line, one name, one night. Whoa.